So you've been trying to do something with your life for the past few years. Try to work out, look better, eat healthier, read those self-improvement books your favorite gurus talk about on YouTube, but you could not stick to any of these habits. Years go by and you're still single, you're still broke, and you still don't have a body that you want. Well, let me tell you, it's not a physical problem that you're facing right now. It's happening here. And brother, in this video, I'm going to give you the exact guide to take back control of your life and completely destroy depression. So if you're really willing to destroy mediocrity and start maximizing your full potential as a man, I want you to stop doing any other shit that you're doing right now. You see all the tabs that are open on your computer right now, I want you to close them. Remove your phone, stop scrolling through the comment section in this video, and really get rid of all the quick dopamine that's surrounding you right now and give this video your full attention. I want you to take a fucking pen, a piece of paper, and get ready to take some notes. Because let me tell you, this is probably the most important video you're about to watch today. So before I get into the actual step-by-step guide of this video, I feel like it's important that I share my story with you. So if you want to immediately go to the value part of this video, feel free to skip ahead. But I feel like if you know where I come from and if you know my story and all the struggles I face, you'll know how you and I are the same, bro. We're facing the exact same struggles, and I'm 100% confident the way I fix my life will help you fix yours. So that is how it looked when I was 18 years old. I remember at the time I was seeing all my friends getting laid. They were going out, talking about all the matches they were getting on Tinder, all the chicks they were dating with, posting Instagram stories of them surrounded by a lot of chicks. And I was there completely alone, ugly, fat, depressed, and still a virgin. And mostly I was completely unhappy with how my life was going. I hated what I was studying in high school, and I hated it so much that I can still remember to this day. At the end of a school year, I think I was like 18 years old at the time. That was about my last year in high school. One of my teachers came to me and he literally handed me a fucking certificate stating that I was the best at missing class. I had like missed the most school days like in school's history. I think I had missed a total of 86 fucking days over that school year. And so my teachers were just laughing about it. They were like, haha, you just missed a total of 86 days. Congratulations. You just broke the record. But I was feeling fucking depressed and I was spending most of my time alone, spending my time in bed, as you guys can see on the photo right there. And the only thing I do when I would miss class was that I would just watch fucking fitness YouTube videos. I was already going to the gym at the time, but I was eating way too much and I was completely fat. And the only thing I was trying to do by spending most of my days on YouTube was that I was trying to escape reality. In fact, I was trying to escape reality so much that I was trying to learn this thing called lucid dreaming, where, you know, you're just sleeping and you can take control over your dreams and you can basically get to do whatever you want because you're dreaming, but your consciousness is awake, so you can basically do whatever you want when you're dreaming. So at night, I was lucid dreaming so I could do whatever I wanted, but throughout the day, when I was awake, I was just existing. And I can still remember to this day, when I was looking in the mirror, I hated every single piece of what I was seeing. And so the reason being is that I hated myself physically. I did not like the way I looked physically. Like, my body, I felt fat, I felt like I had a puffy face, but even in the life achievement side of things, I felt like my life was off. I was not succeeding at school, I was not succeeding with girls, I was not really a social guy, and when you completely suck in all these areas of life, you start to feel worthless and helpless. Only thing I could dream of was to finally be able to look in the mirror, see a confident guy, see a guy with an aesthetic body, a good looking face, articulate, a guy that's social, that's proud of whatever he's achieving in life, and overall that's just not mediocre. That's the only thing I wanted. So at some point I was literally sick of looking like that, and I went on what I call my first transformation phase, which was my first fat loss phase. So I just went in and started tracking my macros, started counting my calories, and literally got shredded to the bone for the first time in my life. I think I lost around 27 pounds, which is about like 12 kilos, and I ended up feeling a lot more confident. In fact, for the very first time in my life, I was getting the attention of girls, which was pretty cool. And while physically I started to look good, I completely neglected the most important part of self-improvement, which is your mind. You see, your brain is a self-sabotaging machine. So as soon as I hit my physical goals for the first time, I started to binge eat. That was my very first year in college at the time, and I also completely missed an entire semester. I did not go in college for an entire semester. Instead of going to college my very first year, where, you know, I started to look good physically that year, I was spending most of my time once again on the internet watching YouTube videos and also working as a fast food employee. So even though I was going once again through that self-sabotaging path of just skipping school and just binge eating and just spending a lot of my time on the internet, that was the time where I discovered these things that literally changed my life: self-improvement, psychology, persuasion, marketing, and influence. I remember seeing these ads of this guy called Tai Lopez in his fucking garage with like a Lamborghini in his background, and he was talking about how he could read one book a day.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. It's fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge. In fact, I'm a lot more proud of these 7 new bookshelves that I had to get installed to hold 2,000 new books that I bought.
Even though that guy is a bit controversial nowadays, it still motivated me to start reading a lot more. And so I started reading and I came across Stoicism, which completely changed my life. Stoicism had disciplined me to just get my shit sorted out and stop doing nothing with my life. And in a matter of 6 months, I had quit eating like shit. I had quit just spending most of my time procrastinating, and I ended up fixing my mental health along with my physical health. In fact, I started to get a lot better at connecting with people. I started to party a bit, started to connect with a lot of people, and got laid for the very first time in my life. And I ended up in the best physical shape of my life and finally was able to maintain it. Because it's a really cool thing to get into good shape once in your life, but the hardest part is to maintain it. Right now, I managed to pretty much get completely fulfilled mentally. And the 3-step game plan that I'm about to share in this video, guys, is something that I can guarantee if you follow these 3 steps that I'm about to share in this video, in 3 to 6 months from now, your life will change for the better. I can guarantee this. And you'll be on your way to unleashing your fucking potential. Guaranteed, dude. So I've broken down this guide into 3 key areas of life we gotta take care of. The first one is the physiological aspect of things, because oftentimes your biology controls your psychology. If you feel like shit physically, you will feel like shit mentally. The second part will be the mental aspect behind it. And in this section, we'll discuss about your life path and what do you truly want out of life. And the third part is the financial aspect, because I'm a true believer that even though money can't buy happiness, wholeness can't either. And it's not really about money, it's more so about the freedom that money offers you. So let's get in the very first step of this guide, the physical aspect. And to start this one off, I want to share a quote with you guys from Benjamin Franklin. Many young men die at age 25. But are not buried until they're 75. Most guys start to decrease at age 25. So that means that for most guys, the best they ever look and their complete peak in life will be at age 25. And from then on, every single day that will pass, they'll start to decrease. They'll get uglier and uglier. They'll get fatter and fatter, lazier and lazier till you're 75. And then it's the end. As you age, you start to have a lot more shit going on, like work, college, trying to make money, trying to find a job, launching a business, having a girlfriend, and you start to build yourself what's called the self-imposed jail. That's the concept that I discovered from the YouTuber CEO of Testosterone. By the way, I totally recommend you guys watch his channel, so I'll put the links to his channel in the description box down below. This concept of self-imposed jail is the jail that you built for yourself with all the choices that you made that you thought were good for you. Like finding yourself a job at a big consulting company because that's what your parents wanted you to do. Eating like shit or drinking alcohol because that's what having a social life usually leads people to do. And all of that self-imposed jail leads you to have a mediocre life. And feeling like shit physically, being sedentary, having a body that feels like fucking mashed potato has a huge impact on your mindset. As I told you before, biology influences psychology. So if you're not moving your ass, it has a big impact on your mental aspect because your body does not release these feel-good hormones that you might get a lot if you were working out. But most importantly, you're completely fucking up your testosterone levels, which I can't stress this enough, is destroying your mental health. And that's the main focus I want to bring here. As you probably know it, testosterone is the hormone that makes you feel masculine, that makes you want to take risks, that makes you build muscle, that makes you a man basically. And one of the main reasons you might be feeling fat and lazy and addicted to comfort zone might be because your testosterone levels are not optimal. For me, it was the case. In fact, I even got it tested and my testosterone levels at the time were as low as a fucking 72-year-old. So one of the most important parts of overcoming depression as a man, especially if you're in your fucking 20s, is to get your testosterone levels to an optimal range. And for that matter, there's a simple concept that I use, which I call SMIA. It stands for start moving your ass. But not just by walking or playing tennis or going out for runs. All these physical activities are really good. But one of the highest testosterone boosting physical activities known to men is resistance training. Or shall I say, going to the fucking gym. So here, you probably know it, but going to the gym and lifting weights actually increases testosterone. And if you don't have one yet, I absolutely recommend you guys get a fucking gym membership right now. Or at least, if you can't afford one, start training body weights. We're in 2023 and there are so many options for you to just train at home. Calisthenics parks are everywhere nowadays. I don't care where you're from in the world, there is always a way to train. The simplest thing to do would be to just start doing push-ups and fucking bodyweight squats and just pull-ups on your door. So start training. Build your body, get stronger, put on some weight, get leaner faster. And to do so, there are some exercises that I totally recommend you guys do, because the exercise that I'm going to talk about will help your body produce a lot more testosterone. And these are called compound movements. Movements like bench press, squats, deadlifts. But even better, if you can incorporate gravity-based movements in your routine, so movements that require your body to move through space like pull-ups, weighted dips, and muscle-ups, then you'll put yourself in a great position to maximize your testosterone levels. Because these gravity-based movements, man, like pull-ups and all that good shit, it has the impact of your body recruiting a ton of muscle mass to do a single rep. And this results in your body producing more testosterone, which means that you end up feeling a lot more confident, more fulfilled, and also more eager to achieve shit and stop procrastinating. So here are 3 exercises that I totally recommend you guys incorporate in your training. The first one is pull-ups. And if you're strong enough, dude, I totally recommend you do some weighted pull-ups. It's even better. Aim to hit at the very least 15 bodyweight pull-ups before considering adding on some weight. That movement will make your back explode. Like, it will totally give you a V-taper look, which leads you to have a super aesthetic look, a masculine look, which is extremely important if you want to feel confident and empowered. The second movement I totally recommend is muscle ups. And ideally, once again, if you can do them weighted, it's even better. So this movement, bro, whenever I arrive at the gym and I feel a bit tired or unmotivated, doing just a few reps of muscle ups completely cheers me up. Like, it's like an immediate effect. My daily routine is that whenever I wake up, the very first thing I do is that I do a set of 5 muscle ups, because it just gets my day started. And I know it's a hard movement, and most of y'all probably can't do it, but I encourage you to start today, bro. You can use some elastic bands to help you out, and I assure you, if you train that movement at least 2 to 3 times a week, in 3 months from now, you'll be able to do it. Plain simple. At the time, I remember I couldn't even do a single pull-up. Now I can do some fucking weighted muscle ups. The mental aspect behind muscle ups is really empowering for your mindset, because let's be honest, it's just so cool to just lift your entire body through space just with the strength of your arms and feel like you can fucking fly. But it also recruits an insane amount of muscle groups in a single rep: your chest, your triceps, your shoulders, your traps, your lats, your abs. And this has the impact of targeting muscle tissue where a lot of testosterone receptors can be found, which results in your body producing more testosterone. Now, the third gravity-based movement I totally recommend you guys do is weighted dips. A lot of guys call this movement the upper body squat, because it's just so powerful. It stretches your muscle in a unique way that no other movement can. And being able to attach some weight to your waist and do that shit for reps really is extremely mentally empowering. It makes you feel strong, it makes you feel alive, and it's exactly what you need to start improving your health. Because in my life, one of the biggest things that was missing when I was depressed at the time was that I did not know what I was capable of. I was just not challenging myself enough, and I didn't feel strong. So here's a good standard for weighted muscle ups. If you can hit that movement with at least 2 plates attached to a chain, that's already really impressive. Alright, so at this point, you started moving your ass. So the second physiological factor we got to take care of is what's happening inside your body. Because you may work out and all, and that's really cool, but if you still eat like shit, and if you don't take care of what's getting inside your body, if you have vitamins and mineral deficiencies, you'll just feel like shit. So here's what I would do. The first thing is to start eating more protein. Just build yourself a muscle building diet. Try to eat at the very least 0.8 grams per pound of body weights in proteins. Then just consider taking an appointment with your doctor and checking if you have any deficiencies in vitamin D, zinc, magnesium, and of course testosterone. And ask your doctor if there's anything else you should be checking in your blood test. On my side, here's what I do. I'm doing the things that I'm about to share with you guys in terms of vitamins and minerals, because I've done a blood work before and it came out that I had some deficiencies in vitamin D. I supplement myself with 12,000 IUs of vitamin D every day. I also take some zinc, which also promotes hormonal balance, and I take some ashwagandha and tonkat ali, which also help you increase your testosterone if you have any deficiencies. So yeah, that's about that. Alright, so now in the second step of this guide to destroy mediocrity and depression, I want to talk about the mental aspect of things. And for this part, as I said before, one thing that had completely changed my perception of life is stoicism. A lot of people talk about it on YouTube, but just starting to get more rational about life and, just stop complaining about stuff and start to take control over the things I could control completely changed my life. In fact, I had some thoughts like, why is this happening to me? Literally, that was the victim mindset. So if you have that right now, dude, just stop. It's just not going to get you anywhere. And so just what changed my life was just that I started to embrace the hard things in life in a stoic way, just going through situation and embracing them. So in this section right now, I want to share 3 habits that will help you in the mental aspect of things to just get better and stop being mediocre. The first one is listen to your heroes. And if you don't have one, find one. I've taken that advice in this book called Show Your Work. In the book, the author, Austin Kleon, talks about the fact that you should find yourself someone you look up to. Someone that inspires you. Whether it's for their life achievements, their athleticism, their philosophy, it just could be anybody. And start picking on their brain by reading their books, listening to their speeches, watching them on stage, going to their events if they're still alive. If not, just read their books. But not only will you read their books, you'll also look up to the people these guys mention in their books or in their talks. And from there, you'll start to have your own tree of heroes. Your synapses will start to connect, and there will be a lot of new neurological connections in your brain, which will just lead to you completely changing your beliefs and just moving forward in life. So the very first actionable step you can do right now is to grab yourself 3 non-fictional books that were written from people you look up to, or just by people you may find interesting that you don't really know about, and start reading these books. As you read them, just look up to the books of the people that are mentioned in the books you're reading. For example, the previous books that I read in my life just led me to the book that I'm reading right now, which is a book written by Nikola Tesla. Now, the second step that's completely going to destroy mediocrity in the mental side of things is your surroundings. They have a huge impact on the way you think, but also on the way you look. What do I mean by that? These studies have shown that you have a 95% higher chance of reaching your goals if you have an accountability partner. But it also goes the other way around. So that means that they made a study out of this. But if your best friend becomes obese, you have a 57% chance of becoming obese yourself. So that means that if your surroundings have some shitty habits, these fucking shitty habits will just get transferred to you. So the habits of the people you're surrounding yourself with become your habits. So if your friends are constantly negative, they're not achieving shit in life, they're procrastinating, I'm sorry bro, but you might need to rethink about your social circle. Here's an exercise you can do right now. Take the 5 people you spend the most time with, alright? I want you to think about them right now. Now calculate the average weight and the average income of these people. Just make a quick sum of these 5 numbers and then divide it by 5, and you get the average. From there, you'll get a number for each of those criteria, so for the weight and also for the finances. And then ask yourself, would you want to be in that position in 5 years from now? Would you want that number to be your number in 5 years from now? And if the answer is yes, then congratulations, man. You have like the best social circle ever. But if you feel like the people you're surrounding yourself with are not really people that inspire you, motivate you, help you, lift you up, or just, are positive people, then you might need to rethink about your social circle. So based off of your answers on the previous questions, you might need to spend a bit more time by yourself in the beginning. So here's what you can do to just fix your surroundings if you feel like these people are not good for you. Find yourself a good online community. You'll be able to meet people that have the exact same interests as you, and you'll also discover a lot more stuff. People that have the same goals as you, the same hunger as you. Plenty of great YouTubers are doing this nowadays. Now let's get into the very last phase of this video, your finances. So as I said in the beginning of this video, money won't really make you happy. Money is just paper, and paper won't really make you happy. But it's what paper can buy you that will contribute to your happiness. It's about the things you can do, the freedom you get, the experiences, the travel, and all that good stuff. And today, as you're watching this, I think money might be a resource that's lacking in your life. Well, for me, the time I was depressed was also the time where I was completely broke. And the following plan that I'm about to share with you helped me improve my life and especially my finances. So the steps that I'm about to share with you, bro, have allowed me to go from a fast food employee to travel to fucking Mauritius Island, to visit the United States, to go to Dubai, to spend time in New York City 2 times last month. And dude, I'm fucking grateful for everything that's happening right now. And overall, just creating a business that I love, whereas 6 years from now, I was not getting my shit sorted out. But before I share that plan with you, bro, if you're liking this video so far, make sure you subscribe to your channel for more content like this one. Alright, so here's the actionable plan to improve your finances and completely destroy mediocrity. The most important thing is to start building one of the 3 skills I'm going to talk about. The skills that I'm about to share are what we call in business high valuable skills. This could be sales and negotiation, copywriting, or digital marketing overall. Learning these 3 skills has completely changed my life. And that led me to be where I'm at today, because business owners, companies are looking for these 3 skills every time. And companies are willing to pay a lot if you're good at what you do. So to learn these skills, if you have no interest in them in the first place, I recommend you just type in the following research on your YouTube search bar. How to run Facebook ads, how to start copywriting, that's what I do for a living by the way, or how to sell and close clients. You can learn anything you want for free online. And technical skills is something I'm convinced you don't need to pay for if you want to learn it. Everything is available for free on YouTube or on Google. You could just get better at asking good questions to Google and you'll just get the answer. Now, once you master a high valuable skill, the second thing to do is to get yourself a source of cash flow so that you can invest that cash flow in creating your own business, in expanding your knowledge, and overall building something that you love and sustaining it over time so that you can live off of your purpose. That's just the goal of life. And if you don't have the skills yet, find yourself a job that pays well and that does not require you too much mental effort, so that after your day job you can still have enough mental energy to focus on learning some new skills and just finding something that you want to pursue. Save that money carefully and invest that money into building your own self, building your knowledge, expanding what you know, and just getting better at providing value to the world. Which leads me to the very last step of this video. Find yourself a mentor, someone you can look up to. Literally a guy that has already faced all the problems you're facing right now in life and that knows how to solve them. Someone that you can trust and that inspires you so that you can start improving your life financially, physically, and mentally. So here's the last thing I wanted to share with you, brother. If you want to go further on your journey to completely destroy mediocrity and build your better self, I just started this newsletter. You can just subscribe in the description down below. And in this newsletter, I send some emails from time to time, about once a week, where I share a ton of value about how you can build yourself some better finances, a better mindset, and a better fitness. So if you want to join, I'll put the link to it in the description down below. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Peace out.